Hi, welcome to my video on the TELESIN U1 neck holder bracket. I've paid for this product on Amazon UK at £18.99. Now inside the box you get the holder itself, which they call the bracket, phone clamp with it with a 1/4 inch screw thread on the back here, and you also get a cold shoe mount at the top to mount a light or microphone. It's spring loaded, has rubber on both sides of the clamp and a soft foam back. For the adapters that you get, now you get a straight on adapter and you get an adapter that turns the camera or phone holder at a 90-degree angle. You get the 2 thumb screws, as you can see, the short thumb screw and a long thumb screw. And you get also a wrench with a red lanyard as well. As I stated, you get 2 adapters. One will put the GoPro into a normal landscape position and the other will put it into a portrait position. We're going to use the landscape adapter to put the GoPro into a landscape position. Need the small thumb screw, and that goes with the adapter on the first hole on the clip. This is to give the angle of the GoPro and also to extend the GoPro out from the clip itself. Now we place the GoPro onto the clip, which holds the GoPro in a landscape position. We mount the GoPro to the mount or to the adapter. We place the larger thumb screw under the GoPro into that adapter. To place the GoPro or your action camera in a portrait position, we use the other adapter that will turn the camera at 90 degrees, so you get that portrait shot. Now we use the wrench to tighten the smaller thumb screw. We place on the GoPro and tighten that up with the longer thumb screw. Use the wrench to tighten down if you require the wrench. Now if you're putting the phone holder on there, same applies. Tighten with the long thumb screw and adjust your angle. Now you can have the phone holder mounted in the opposite way, so the jaws of the clamp is facing you. It all depends if you're going to require using the 1/4 inch screw mount thread on the back of the actual clamp. Now once you've placed your camera on the actual bracket, you press the button that's marked open, which will release the bracket on one side, on your left side. You clip it back into place. Make your final adjustments how you want the angle of your camera or your phone to be with the large thumb screw or even the small thumb screw. And there it is, and this is how it will look around your neck with the action camera. The view that you get using the action camera, the GoPro on there, and walking with the neck bracket. As you can see, it still has its slight up and down movement, which you can't really avoid unless you really walk absolutely slow. Now this is how it looks when you have the Insta 1R on there, or the 1RS on there, and this is the shot that you'd get with that camera. And as you can see, there is a slight bobbing up and down. That's why you have to walk either slow and this is with a normal walking pace, or you have to do the ninja walk if you want to eliminate the actual bobbing up and down. Now this is with the Insta Go2 on there with the magnetic GoPro style mount. Now you can put the other action mount onto the Insta Go2 and place that on there. And this is how it looks with the other mount, that is the action mount on there for the Go2. As I said, you can still place that mount on there as long as it's got the GoPro style fingers on there. You with the Go2 on there. And you can see, even with its stabilization built in, You still get that slight bobbing up and down, but it's a usable footage. Now this is with the phone placed in there. I've got a Apple iPhone 12 mini, and as you can see I have the clamp facing in towards me, so if you need to require to use the 1/4 inch screw thread on the back, you can. Now this shot shows when you run with an action camera of any description, even with very good stabilization, the bracket does move around a lot. Your eyes are not deceiving you. On the TELESIN U1 here, I have got a point and shoot camera on there. In order to have a point and shoot camera on the TELESIN U1, you need to get one of these, which is a 1/4 inch thread to GoPro mount adapter, because obviously your point and shoot cameras come with only a 1/4 inch female screw thread on them. So this is my overall opinion on the TELESIN U1 neck holder bracket. Personally, I think this is a good product. I think it's okay if you're going out on family day trips, sightseeing, and most of your trip is walking. I would go with this. It does state on the Amazon site that you can take it for riding, cycling and stuff like that. Me personally wouldn't do that because this thing does swing. But if most of your adventures is to do with walking, whether it's city sightseeing or even hiking or treks, then I would go for this. Now, I could say the negative about this is, if anything to do with any kind of sports, fast moving sports where you're in it or you're running, etc., this thing bounces around and you can see it on the footage, and it doesn't matter what stabilization that you have in your camera cannot compensate this thing swinging around and bouncing. It just cannot compensate for that whatsoever. So that's why I suggest that if you are doing a lot of walking, especially sightseeing and hiking, this is brilliant to take, even with those cameras with great stabilization, or even simple point and shoot camera, or even with your phone when you have the phone mount on there. A couple of little pointers before I wrap up this video. The actual U1 neck holder weighs, without a camera, weighs 180 grams. It doesn't state what payload it can actually take. Now the Sony camera here, which is the W500, weighs around about 250 grams. So, and it seems to cope with this okay. So my guess is it can most likely go up with another 100 grams on top of this holder. So your mirrorless cameras, round about 350 grams could be used on here. Your big DSLRs, forget it, especially with the lens on. I wouldn't bother with this whatsoever. I don't think it will take the weight. A couple of things you've got to be careful about with the U1 as well is that you bear it in mind, this thing is plastic, and it's kind of the brittle plastic, so it's not like a kind of really flexy plastic that it's made out of. So we're placing this and putting it down. Be careful where you place it because you don't want to break this whatsoever. Thanks for watching the video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. I perfectly understand my videos can be long, but I like to go into detail on the item or the product, so when you get it, you know what to expect. Please subscribe to my channel if you like the channel. I'll be grateful for that, and I'll see you next time.